Hi everybody, welcome to TAZS's Wig Closet. Today I'm going to bring you a very special look at a wig that I did not anticipate reviewing, but this is Sarah by Jon Renau in the color 24B22, otherwise known as Creme Brulee. Okay, I was telling everybody I wasn't going to review this wig. I had numerous requests. And the thing is, for me, I don't wear the long wavy styles or any long wigs enough to justify another one in my closet right now. I tend to go with the medium to short lengths for the office and for every day, and these are gorgeous. They're pretty much weekend and special occasion wigs for me, so I wasn't going to invest in another one. Oh, but it was so beautiful and I loved it. I got some hair mail a couple days ago from Heather at Sister Wigs, and this beauty was inside. So thank you, Heather. We'll get this reviewed and hopefully show everybody just how beautiful this wig is. And be sure to go out to sisterwigs.com to check out all the colors. So this is Sarah by Jon Renau. The color Creme Brulee 24B22 is described as being a medium gold blonde with some light, pale, or ash blonde highlights. It's not a rooted color, and it's just gorgeous. So Sarah, when Sarah comes right out of the box, what you're gonna notice is that it's pretty tightly bound. Each little strand is a perfect little corkscrew curl, and there's an abundance of them. Now I've had this on now for probably 20 minutes, and it's already starting to loosen up, and that's what you want. This curl pattern is going to relax into more of a body wave instead of like a corkscrew type wave. It reminds me of those corkscrew things that you can make your own corkscrew curls and then brush it out. So it's going to turn into a very beautiful body wave style. And that's what this reminds me of. Now, does anybody notice that this wig looks very familiar? Remember last year when they came out with the wave toppers by Jon Renau? And I just thought to myself, oh my gosh, I wish that they made that in a full wig. I think they were listening, because this wig right here reminds me so much of those wave toppers that they came out with last year. And you'll notice all this beautiful wave when I do a spin for you. So right out of the box, like I said, it's going to come and it's going to be just a little bit tightly coiled and compact. So the first thing you're going to want to do is kind of work with it gently. You want to loosen those fibers up. This is a 100% hand-tied cap. We all love those. So each hair is hand-sewed into this cap, and it's going to take a little bit for it to loosen up and kind of pivot naturally. And even if you wash it first, it's going to just bring out the natural movement of this hair. So like I said, I'm already noticing that it's kind of loosening up. But one other thing that you're going to want to do, and I only recommend using this Jon Renau wide tooth comb on these fibers. Now you'll notice that these fibers are extremely delicate, and what I mean is lightweight and very fine in denier. See if I can give you an example of that. Very realistic density. But each fiber is just very delicate. So you don't want to take a lot of brushing and things to it. For the most part, if you can finger style it, you're going to get the best bang for your buck in terms of longevity of this wig. But I would definitely use a wide tooth comb. So what you're going to want to do, and we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up in sections, is just kind of brush through and loosen some of that wave, and that's really going to do the trick for you. But let me do a real quick spin just so you can see what I'm talking about when it comes out of the box. And like I said, it has relaxed a little bit, but I think you'll still notice that a lot of those finger curls here are still intact. kind of tightly wound. And those, like I said, they're going to relax into this beautiful body wave. So again, just taking that comb gently through, and you'll notice I'm doing that in sections. The last thing you want to do is start at the top and rake completely down to the bottom. That's going to destroy the elasticity of these fibers and really create a lot of wear and tear on the wig. And I probably have better success if I were looking in a camera versus trying to do, I'm sorry, a mirror versus trying to do this on a camera. So I'm going to work with this yet. And when I do some styling options for you, I'll make sure to have all of that kind of combed out. But you can already see where it's just relaxing into these beautiful, beautiful body waves. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So everybody knows this cap is 100% hand tied, and I'm going to actually take it off and show you the inside of the cap. It has an amazing, beautiful lace front, completely hand tied, what they call a welded lace front, and then that blends into a single monofilament top and a hand tied cap. The cap is amazing. If anybody's worn a hand tied cap by Jon Renau, you know just how comfortable this really is. So the movement is incredible. Like I said, the density is very realistic, and the more you wear it after it comes out of the box, the more natural and realistic that movement is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and do a spin for you now so you can see the movement and scale of the hair. Beautiful, beautiful hair. And so you can part it wherever you want. I like to part mine on the left, and that's typically how they come in the box, but you can certainly switch that around. Can't you see yourself in this hair this summer? Just beautiful. So let's talk about the specs a little bit. So the wig weighs about 5.1 ounces, and it just feels so light because of that hand-tied monofilament cap and realistic density on those fibers. The bangs are about 15 inches. We've got a 17-inch crown and a 12.5-inch nape. So this is a very long style. If you look at Heather from Sister Wigs, if you look at her review of this wig, she likes to compare it to Zara or Zara, however you want to pronounce it. I don't have a Zara to show you to compare, but she feels like this is the completely hand-tied version of that wig with some body waves. So I think I have to agree with her there. I know there's a lot of Zara lovers out there. All right. So the inside of the cap on Sarah is just what you would expect from a high-quality Jon Renau hand-tied wig. So we have a completely 100% hand-tied monofilament lace front, a single monofilament monotop, and a completely hand-tied monofilament back. And there are what they call some stretch panels there. It does allow a little bit more stretch, but it's not going to give you the kind of stretch that you would get with the wefts. Bendable velvet ear tabs and extended nape. A very luxurious cap by Jon Renau. Okay, so so you know me, I like to sneak a little comparison in here and there. All the focus is on this beautiful Sarah by Jon Renau, but I wanted to do a quick color comparison for you. So this is the 24B22 Creme Brulee, and this is the Gabor Sandy Blonde. Okay, so the Sandy Blonde I think may have just a tad more lighter, ashier highlights to it, but is still firmly a medium gold blonde base with some light blonde highlights, and that's described the same for this one as well. Kind of this curly texture, although this one is a little curlier. So if you are a fan of the Sandy Blonde in the Gabor line, I think you're really going to love this Creme Brulee color. This appears to be maybe a slightly more golden, but you know, there's just, this has a lot more curl, and that does change the dimension of the color slightly. So why not add one more color to compare? What I have here is Henry Margu Paulina in 26H, which just described the same way as the other two, as a medium gold blonde with the paler gold blonde highlights. Now they do describe this as being gold blonde highlights, even the pale. So I think you'll find that this is a bit more golden. So let's grab the Sandy Blonde and compare. Okay, so if you are a fan of either of these colors, 26H by Henry Margu or Sandy Blonde by Gabor, I think that that's very comparable to this 24B22 Creme Brulee by Jon Renau. So I'm back, and I went ahead and combed through gently all of these waves, and as you'll notice, it kind of fluffed up the volume and made this just a really loose type body wave effect. It just kind of softly ripples, as I like to describe. It's just beautiful. All right, so up next, some styling options for